everybody, Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com here for ntmarkets.com with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what we have here is potentially the beginning of something fairly decent for the bears, and there's a scenario here that could be potentially frustrating in the short term, but setting up for a nice trade in the long term. The bulls own the morning and the majority of the afternoon yesterday, but then they went ahead and gave up the highs. They traded over 80, which is what they needed to do, and they did preserve the mid band. So on paper, they did their job. The problem is this: the bears pushed below the middle band in the Globex session last night. Mid band's coming in right now at about 67.28. So the bears have an opportunity here to push the market lower, but they need to put in a solid red day today. We can't be, above the middle band, below the middle band, they need to assert themselves. They don't need a trend down day. They just need a red day that establishes on the chart that we have yet another lower high. Lower high, lower high, the high. You can see something develop here. Now, the bears on the last lower high did not seal the deal here. Okay, they did not break through the 32-33 floor. And your bullish argument is, well, yeah, Mike, that's a lower high here and here. But what about this right here? What about this? What about the 81.75 that we took out at 82.75? And you may be right. If the bulls hold today and can push above yesterday's high, I don't think the bears at that point will be back, at least not in the very short term. Okay, so it's a very important day for the bears. They have begun to assert themselves. They have to keep asserting themselves, or they're going to get run right out of town. Okay, now the other thing that's happening here is that you can see the Bollinger Bandwidth down here getting narrower and narrower. That's because we keep reverting back to the middle band. Whether we're above, below, it all keeps coming back to middle band. That's great. I would love nothing more than to have these type of two-sided days that continue to revert back to the middle band for a couple of weeks, really let these bands tighten up, and then we could get a really decent directional trade out of it. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're hoping for in the room, because this is all fun. We're long, we're short, but when we get a good band ride, that's when we really get down to it, at least for what we do. So patiently waiting, trading it long, trading it short, but every time it reverts back to middle band, it's good for us in the long term. Okay, everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, Princetontrader.com. Come check out the chat room. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.